In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the newer features in Google Classroom. You'll notice now when you go to Google Classroom, you no longer have the choice of doing an announcement or an assignment. Remember, those options used to be right up here at the top of the stream. You're now going to click on this plus symbol in the lower right-hand corner and expand that to give you all of the options that you can use with Google Classroom. We're going to look at the top two options. You'll notice here is where you go to create your assignment and create your announcement. Those two things work like they always have. But you'll notice you have two other options. You can now reuse a post from any classroom, previous classroom. It could be a current classroom that you're running. It could be an archived classroom. And you can now create a question. So let's look at reuse post. You'll notice that you'll have an option to look through all of your classes, and you can find the class that has the post in it that you would like to reuse. We'll go to this class here and we'll select it, and then this will give you all of your announcements and assignments. These are assignments are with the clipboard here, an announcement is the little speech bubble here. So if we want to reuse this particular assignment, we can click on it, and you'll notice that you have an option down here to create new copies of all attachments. When you leave this option checked, which it is checked by default, what it will do is if you attached any documents to that assignment, it will create copies of those assignments. I suggest that you uncheck that option because you really don't need duplicate files in your drive. Uncheck that option, and then if there are any assignment or attachments that need to go along with that assignment, add them again. So we'll go ahead and select our assignment, and we'll select reuse. Once it locates that assignment, it will give you the options to again give some descriptions, select a due date, and here again you can attach any file that you want. So those files that originally went along with that assignment, you can go ahead and find them out of your drive and attach them that way. And then you just go ahead and click assign. And there is that assignment, the same as it was in the previous version. You can now go ahead and use that with your new classroom. So let's go ahead and look at the create a question option. So again, we'll click on the plus sign and we'll do create question. Now this is great for bell ringers or exit tickets. You can enter a question, a description if optional, select a due date, you can attach files to it, you can select attach it to more than one period. So here we have our question. It's self-explanatory. We're going to use this as a bell ringer. We're going to go ahead and click Ask. Once you click Ask, it wants to know what you want the students to do with it. So you can actually use the question feature as a class discussion. So if you leave the option checked, see and reply to each other's answers, that means the students will be able to see their classmates' answers and they'll be able to reply to them and have a little class discussion. You can also allow them to edit their answers once they've posted it. If you prefer this to be a private discussion, maybe this is you're using this as a journal entry, you can always uncheck that option, and then that makes it a private discussion between you and the student. Or if you're doing it for a journal entry, they can have a private place to record their thoughts. So I'm going to go ahead and check that, and we're going to go ahead and click Ask. And so there it is posted, and you will see immediately when your students are done with it, they'll move over to the Done column, and there are two that are not done. So if we scroll down here, I actually have a question where I have some students that have already gone ahead and finished it. So let's go into this. And this is on the teacher side. I can see here immediately it's separated my class, how many students are done, how many students are not done. I can see Sue's answer. I can go ahead and give Sue a reply if her answer was incorrect or if I wanted to compliment her on her answer. I can also choose to return that to the student. I can choose to grade these if I want to, or I can mark them as ungraded, which means that no point value will be assigned, and I can update that. So you have a lot of options here with the question feature. Could be great for a class discussion, could be great for a bell ringer, or even an exit ticket.